All right, guys, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me today for our advanced getting started training. My name is Andrea Rosser, and I cannot wait to help you have success with PartnerCo. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to go ahead and get this started. And I tell you, kind of our goal for today is helping our brand partners have the maximum amount of success with PartnerCo. And we're going to walk you through what we do with our personal brand partners to help them have success. And so when you're going through here and you're like, wait a minute, I'm at such and such spot and I don't have that information, well, just know we're going to get you up to speed as well. But the focus here is you assuming that you've already kind of walked through this, and these are the steps that we're going to do with your new teammates. So the minute somebody enrolls, what do? I make sure that they've got boards on their phone. They know how to use it, and that they are comfortable making their first post. Okay. Now, that first post, I do recommend that it's the personal post. When you look at the look at boards, that first post on there is a custom post. It says your photo here, and then next to it, there's kind of some information on what they're going to be saying in that post. That's going to be you. That's going to be them, their personal picture. Just go take a selfie, and if you really want to help your new brand partner, take their picture, right? Do it with them. Help them with this process, because that first post, oh man, that's a doozy. It's the scariest one to make. So we want to support, yeah, there you go. We want to support them with that, right? And so I help my new brand partners make that first post. I help them get their Facebook in professional mode. And then guess what? I'm going to literally help them make that entire first week of posts. Why? Well, because they're going to get paid before they have to think about posting again. They're going to start moving boxes in that first week. We all know that first week was the scariest one. We do. It was scary for me. This is what I do full time. This is how I feed a family. I was still afraid to get onto social media and put my information out there. So we're going to do that with them. Next, we're going to invite them, make sure they're a part of PartnerCo Nation so that we can celebrate them. We're going to invite them to Telegram so that they're connected to our community and they get all of the different calls and trainings. And then I'm going to invite them also to the IPA Zoom. I'm going to make sure that they're plugging in so they're getting all the cheat codes. They get all the tips and tricks to maximize their success. Okay. Now, once they start moving boxes, right? So, and I tell my newbies, I'm like, hey, the minute you sell that first box, I need you to message me. We're going to go dance in our kitchen. We're going to go celebrate. And so as they're selling those boxes, I want to know. And as soon as they've moved just a couple, right? And it could be that first afternoon, I'm going to walk them through that customer conversion process. I'm going to show them, where's our week one text? What do I send them when the getting started text for when they hand them the box? How do I invite to Circle of Health, right? Make sure that their customers fill in the form so that they actually get approved. And I'm going to walk them through, what do I say on week one, week two, week three, and where to find all of those scripts on boards. And, kind of my process. Hey, I do use a pad of paper and I use Siri, and that is how I follow up with my customers and make sure that nobody gets, falls through the cracks. Now, next is as soon as they reach gold and ultimate, so they've moved their first 30 boxes, and some people do this day one, right? We have a lot of people that come in with 3 10-packs when they first enroll. So then I would do this process with them right then and there. But otherwise, I'm going to wait as we're moving through the process, and I'm going to confirm their subscription. I'm going to make sure that they know how to set that up. We're going to make sure that their direct deposit is enrolled and it's done properly. And then I'm going to let them know how we leverage their next order. And then once they start a team, okay, and I'm guessing that's probably where most of you are, I'm going to show them how to check their volume, how to see, what's going on in their organization, and then who to follow up with, who to reach out to on their team to make sure everybody's on the right path, okay? So first thing that we need to do is we got to get you paid, right? So how do we make sure? Well, we got to make sure that our direct deposit is set up properly. So everything that you're going to see right here is in your back office. I personally like to do this on a computer. I am solidly middle-aged. I can't see anything on my phone unless it's really big. So I do everything on a desktop or a laptop. Makes it a little bit easier, and all of the menus are going to open. So that's what all of these tutorials are for. If you are only working on your phone, it's going to look similar, but it's kind of going to be a longer, obviously, like kind of a more mobile format. And you won't be able to see quite all of the information because some of the reports aren't links on a phone. Okay. But we're going to give you for the desktop. So you're going to go to partner.co. You're going to log into your back office with your member ID that you received when you enrolled. It's in your email somewhere. If you don't remember your password, you can go grab the link. And as you're setting up your team, I'll let you know, I put everybody's password. I follow a system. I do first name, last name, $01, because it meets all the criteria. And then the first call I get from most people is, I can't log in. What's my password? Well, then I have it, right? So I always know their password for at least the first 4 weeks, because that's when I'm going to be working in their back office the most. So that's just a little side note right there on what I do for my brand partners. But for our direct deposit, we're going to log in. We're going to click the 3 little lines in the upper left-hand corner. It's going to open up this menu. I'm going to go to My Money and then Partner Copay. And that is going to open up a direct deposit form screen that looks something like this. You're going to click on that plus sign, and let's see if I still have it. Yes. And you're going to make sure that your direct deposit amount says 100%. How much of your paycheck do you want? I want all of it, right? So make sure that it says 100% for the direct deposit amount. You're going to put in your banking information, and this will say submit or save, something like that. I think it's submit. Now, at the bottom of the screen, it's going to show you another menu where it'll say, the total. You want to make sure it says 100%. And then you're going to save again. And just realize there's multiple spots in the direct deposit where you're going to save the information. This is banking. We got to make sure that it gets all of it. So make sure you choose all of it. Now, sometimes people will say e-wallet because they hear the term wallet and they think they want it there. You want direct deposit. You want the money going into your bank account directly. So let's make sure you set up direct deposit. So key things are the 100%, submit, and save, and that will get you set up there. Now, the next thing we need is your subscription. And if you're on your phone or on your computer, at the very bottom of your dashboard, you're going to see your qualification cycle. If you have just a bunch of red writing right here, where it just says, you need to activate or you need to set up a subscription, that means you're out of your qualification or you haven't activated your account yet. So we activate an account through a 200 PV order. Okay, that's going to start your business. And then we'll need to set up your subscription. So if it's red here, then we want to set up your subscription for right away, because that's going to get you qualified today in order to get paid. But if you have a color week, well, then you want to match it in the subscription box. So this one's red, so it says your qualifying week right here, and this example is red. So then I would go up to my subscription manager. So sorry, I'm scrolling up here. See this subscription manager? I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open up a order form where I can set a new subscription. And so you're going to go shop. You're going to pick the product that you want. And then once you've added it to your cart and you move towards the checkout process, it's going to ask you for your week. Now, I'll tell you, those middle-aged eyes again, I can't really see on my phone for sure what color these different weeks are. I can't see it. But if you click on it, it's going to color it in for you so you can make sure it matches. So like this one, it's red and red, then we're good to go. And this is obviously a date in the past, but we'll pretend like it's in the future. You would know that this is the day that you are going to be charged. The next day is when it's going to be shipped. So even though we go through the checkout process, if it's not today, you are not going to be charged today, even though it kind of looks like you are. So you just want to make sure that your color matches your qualifying week, and then you're going to go ahead and submit it. Okay. Now, as you're getting people started, we recommend that you kind of bring them into the fold. You get everything installed on their phone very, very quickly. And the easiest way to do that is to share this little onboarding site. It's going to look like a website. They're going to open it up on their phone. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. I'm just making sure there's not something going on here that I can't see. Okay. Just making sure there wasn't something happening on here that I didn't know about. But we're going to go ahead and share this with them. It's going to invite them to Telegram. It's going to help them install boards. And then it's going to have either 4 or 5 tutorials in there on loading their toolbox, how to post, all the different steps, so that you don't necessarily have to walk them through installing boards and how to post and all of that. It's going to give them all of that before you even get to them. So that's going to be really, really helpful to send to your brand new people. Now you've got a team, right? And you kind of want to know, like, what's going on in your organization? What's my volume at? What can I see? Where am I in tune of what's going on? Where do I place my next person? All of that we can find again in our back office. That same, we're going to open up that menu. We're going to go to My Money and Volume. And this is a report that I look at least every Friday, but I try to look at it throughout the week because it really gives you the health of your business. Now, most of you are going to start in 2 lines. Okay, that's how most people are starting. They'll have 2 lines here. You might see up to 5 lines. That's great. You don't have to build in all of them, but when you hit gold and you hit ultimate, you are able to build up to 5 lines. And then beyond that, we can keep growing right from there. But what we're looking for, first of all, number one question people will say is, well, where do I place my next person? Well, the easiest way is you're going to say, this is kind of pink, but we're going to call it red. Red means stop. When you have a new person to enroll, you are not going to place them in that red line. You're going to place them in the green line, okay? Because right now, this red line is this person's power line. That's the bigger line. So we're going to grow our smaller line. We're paid on both. We can go into that on another day. But when we're just picking where we're going to place, we're going to place in the green line, in our pay line. Now, these are actually links if you're on a computer, and they're going to tell us a lot about what's going on in our organization. So every single Friday, I personally go in here and I click on these links and it opens up the orders. Okay. And when you click on that, you're going to see, the order, the week that it's in, what type of order it is. I search by regular, it's got an order ID, and then it's going to have PV total. Okay. Now, what am I looking at in here? Well, 1, I'm looking at the names. I want to know who's placing orders. And because that means that they're moving 10 packs, they're using the system of growth. I want to look at the email. If it doesn't match, then that means that this person, Josh here, is placing orders under other people. So they're growing probably even faster. So I want to make sure I've got their name written down. And then I want to look at the order amount. Okay. Why? I want to know if they're following the system. Okay. If I see wonky numbers over here, so I'm looking for 208, I'm looking for 500 and multiples of those, because that means they're ordering 4 packs or they're ordering 10 packs. And that means that they're following the system of growth and they're growing. If I see anything wonky, right, an order that doesn't quite work in that math, I'm going to go check it out. And I'll give you a good example. Can you guys see this 506 right here? Give me a thumbs up if you can see a 506 on your screen. And if you're on a phone, it might be hard. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this detail, and that's going to show me what this person orders. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did they do? Well, in this example, they actually ordered 11 boxes of drops, which is great. That means they're moving a lot. But I'm cheap. I want to save them money. They paid full price for one of those boxes. They paid $123. The rest, they paid $88 per box. So I'm going to let them know, hang on to that order next time. Let's go pre-sell whatever, and then we'll order at least a 4-pack so the cost goes down to $92 because I want to save them the max amount of money. So I'm just going to kind of look and see what's going on in there. Now, the next thing I want to look at is my striking distance report. This I do every single Wednesday because it gives people time to achieve whatever it is their goal may be. So I go in here and I sort by the current week. I look at week 3 because that gives me 12 full days to get there, 10 full days to get the person to the next business level. Because this is what it's going to tell me. Who is activated? Who is business? Who's elite? And who is ultimate? Because what's our ultimate goal? Ultimate, we want to get everybody there. So I'm going to search by week 3 and I'm going to jot down some of these names. So first of all, anybody, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but anybody that's ultimate already, I'm going to write down their name in one column. Anybody that's not quite there, so we can see that Tina is elite. She needs 192 PV in order to get ultimate. So I'm going to write down Tina, and then I'm going to put a little 192 so that I know that's what she needs. Same with the next one. They need 424. Down here, we need 500. Now, why am I doing this? Well, one, so that I can go maximize my brand partners' pay, right? I want them to get to ultimate so that they're always maximizing our comp plan. But you know what? I'm also selfish. I'm a selfish little turtle. And if all of these people go get golden ultimate, all of that volume is going to go into my business. All of that volume is going to go into your business. So that's going to help you reach your rank advancements, your paycheck goals, all of that. So it's going to help both of us. So you're going to look at this for them, but you're also looking at this for you because it's going to help you grow your business. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get on the phone. Okay. So you saw we wrote down a couple names. Anybody that's on week 3 and hasn't reached ultimate yet. Now let's pretend you've never looked at this report before. Start with week 4, write them down, call them first, then week 3. But week 4, we only have 2 days left, right? So we're going to have to call them quick. Week 3, we've got a little bit of time. And as you get into the habit of doing this, it gives you a little bit longer to get people to their goal. But anybody that's not ultimate yet, we're going to write them down. And we're going to reach out to them when we're going to call them and say, hey, guess what? You're 192 PV from reaching ultimate. Do you know what that is? And we're going to tell them a little bit about it, right? We're going to, help them, learn more, get excited. And then maybe they need a 4-pack of drops. Perfect. Then we're going to, help them go get it, whatever it may be. But we're going to just say, hey, how can I help you get to that level? Maybe we need to get a drop talk on the calendar, or maybe we want to do a Facebook Live together, whatever it looks like. But we're just going to offer them a little support to help them move to ultimate. Now, the next group is anybody that's reached ultimate already. And we haven't met, we haven't talked to, we haven't congratulated. We're going to call them and we're going to celebrate. Hey, great job. You hit ultimate. Do you know what that means? That means you've maximized your pay. Hey, maybe we get some drop talks on the calendar and we're going to go support them. And then same with anybody ordering under somebody else. We're going to call them up. We're going to congratulate them. Hey, I saw you got another 10-pack. You ordered it under, Tina, great job leveraging, you made an extra $150 on that box. So great work. Tell me a little bit about your business. Where are you moving your boxes? Are they in your hometown? If they say yes, well, then we're going to go get a drop talk on the calendar to go support them. Now, what is a drop talk, right? What does that look like? You can call it whatever you want. Customer appreciation event, hormones and health, drop talk, they're all the same. But that's where we're going to get our droppers together. That's where we're going to bring our prospects together, typically in our living room, with either by ourselves or with our 2x2, the person that got you started. If they're not local, they can join you via Zoom or FaceTime or whatever. Napoleon and I, we've done quite a few Zooms. We live in the same state, but we can barely get together, right? So whatever it looks like that we can join and help you in that way. But what we're going to do is we're going to invite people into our home. Our goal is to make these short and sweet. I say 1 babysitter hour. So, if they had to get a babysitter, drive to your house, see the presentation, get home, we want them to be able to do all of that within 1 hour's time so that they're not spending a lot of time, here, so that they can say to themselves, I can do that. I have time for that, right? So the first 5 or so minutes, you're going to welcome everybody into your home. Come on in, come, grab a drink of water, whatever. You don't have to do anything fancy, chit chat. How are the kids? All of that. Then we're going to walk into the living room or wherever you have a TV screen or a computer where you can show the slide deck presentation off of boards. So smart TV, or connect an iPad or a computer or your phone, and you're going to just show it on that screen, and you're going to share your testimony, right? And maybe your testimony is, I just got started and I'm excited for this product. I can't wait for it to work for me. Right, perfect, that's great. And then we're going to walk them through the slide deck. So this is Partner Co. This is the company that's bringing the drops to the market. Here's some symptoms of hormone imbalance, and it's going to show it on the screen. And then you're going to say, you know, we have over 100 different products. All of our products go through the same process, and you're just going to walk them through the slide deck. So you want to be familiar with it, practice a couple of times first, grab a girlfriend, grab your upline, whatever it looks like, and just practice that presentation. It's not complicated, but it'll help if you feel comfortable. And then when it's done, you're going to ask them to get started, and you're going to ask them, are you a 1, 2, or 3? 1, you want to get another box from me for retail. 2, you want to save a little bit of money, or 3, you want to save and earn. And whatever level they say they want to come in at, they want to save and earn, perfect. We're going to enroll them $29.95. We're going to get them a 4-pack, a 10-pack, or a 30-pack, and we're going to help them get started. If they just want to save, perfect, $29.95. And either they're going to get 1 box on an auto ship that'll come to them every 4 weeks, or we're going to get them a 4-pack so they can maximize the savings, and they're going to be set up for the next few weeks, or few months. But regardless, whatever level they decide to come in at, we're going to help them. And that's what the Drop Talk is for, because that's going to help you move your customers into brand partners, which is what grows your business from that linear income, every box you sell, to that recurring income, to that income that pays you each and every Friday from now until forevermore, for as long as our customers are consuming these products and our brand partners. So that's really it for the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. I'm going to stop the recording and say thank you for